Hi, this is Courtney Jordan. I'm a mental health advocate, and this is the Bright Mentality podcast, where I will be talking about all things mental health, faith, overcoming obstacles, comeback stories, and all things bright. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 5, the Bright Mentality podcast, and this is the Bright Mentality Journal. So, this is the journal that I created. It's a 90-day guided journal to walk you through your day. It helps you to make your mental health a priority, focus on your passions, and assist you in finding your purpose. So I'm going to walk you through this journal and how it can help you with your bright mentality. So first of all, the cover, your future is bright. I really want you to know that despite your diagnosis, you too can have a bright future. Your diagnosis does not define you. So starting out with the journal, I've got a page on the purpose of it and a note from the founder. So why I created this, then it walks you through, your journal prompts and how to use them daily. Let's go right into the journal. The first journal prompt is your med check. So it'll ask you if you took your medication in the morning, afternoon, or the evening. You circle whichever one you took your medication on. So the next journal prompt is your mood check. It's a smiley face feature where you circle how you're feeling. And so it'll ask you how you're feeling today, and you reference the feeling wheel. So there's a feeling wheel in the journal that has everything from peaceful, sad, mad, scared, joyful, powerful. And then from there, you pick your word that you're feeling for the day. And then you go back to the description and how you're feeling. It's really a good spot for you to express yourself and express where your mood is for that day. There is a spot on each page that has the date. It's good to get into the habit of doing this every single day. And so that leads to the next journal prompt, which is gratitude. There's 3 spots for you to write 3 things that you're grateful for. Gratitude can really elevate your mood, and it can really just make you feel better to say the things that you're grateful for. Next is motivational moment. What is your motivation for today? It could be accomplishing a big task. It could be walking to the mailbox. Whatever your motivation for the day is, a lot of times on this spot, I like to put my workouts later on in the day. That's my motivation, why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to work out to get to a certain level. Next is on the move. On the move has a spot for your energy level, how you plan to move your body, and how many minutes a day you're going to move. The next spot is priority list. For your priority list, it's the 3 most important things that you are going to do for that day. Writing down your priority list, or a to-do list, if you'd like to call it that, can really help you if you're struggling, if you're distracted. A lot of times when I was going through my mental health issues, I'd get distracted and not be able to focus on what I needed to do for the day. And so if you've been diagnosed, call the Bright Dose. The Bright Dose aims to assist the mentally ill with financial aid for mental health medication. Your medication costs shouldn't be the reason you aren't taking your meds. Live the full life you deserve and experience the most with the Bright Dose. To get the funding you deserve, head over to thebrightdose.com. If you don't have the journal yet and you just want to get a Post-it note, use a Post-it note, write out your to-do list for the day, and it'll really help you to do the things that you say you're going to do. The next journal prompt is body fuel. So it has breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, hydration, vitamins. I can really tell a difference if I am not taking my vitamins for the day. Really good vitamins for your body can really help fuel you. And so making sure to also eat proper foods, healthy foods, fuel that will keep your body healthy. And then hydration. So there's a spot that we'll talk about if you drank 8 ounces, 16 ounces, 32 ounces, 64 ounces, or a gallon of water. So you circle however much water you drank for the day. Next is a goal getter. So a goal that you will achieve for the day. This could be cleaning the whole house, doing laundry, getting your homework done, working on a project at work. Your goals can vary. And then inspirational moment. I like to go to this particular journal prompt at the end of the day. So what inspired me for today? So all the journal prompts at the beginning I do in the morning. And then when I get to the inspirational moment, it's to the end of the day. What inspired me today? So I like to wait till the end of the day because sometimes things happen towards the end. And so the next journal prompt is mindful moment. This is mindfulness techniques that you use for the day. So if it's meditating, talking to God, if you're using imagery, really getting in the zone for the day and feeling like you need to meditate or whatever type of mindfulness technique that you use, that's important for your mindful moment. And then self-improvement. What is one thing I will do tomorrow to make sure I'm a healthier version of myself? So whether that be eating healthier or going on another walk or whatever you feel will make you a healthier version of what you were for that day. And then last but not least, the last journal prompt is snooze schedule. So sleep is so important for your mental health. I've talked about in previous episodes how lack of sleep can cause manic episodes or lead you into a spiral downward mental health issue. And so sleep is so important. So I put a spot for hours of sleep. Was your mood affected by lack of sleep? Hours of sleep that you plan to get for that night? And then disruptions during the night. Like, were you restless? Did you have dreams that woke you up? So these are all journal prompts that are in the journal. And this has been reviewed and edited by a licensed professional counselor. And so these journal prompts are based off of cognitive behavioral therapy. They weren't these exact journal prompts, but some of them were journal prompts that got me through some of my episodes that I went through. And so they've been effective for me and they can be effective for you. And so if they've helped a lot of people so far, or some people, or however many people these journal prompts have helped, it's a one-stop shop. It's a one location for these journal prompts all in one journal. And so the next thing in this journal is effective time management charts. One of the things when I was struggling with my mental health that I really lacked was time management. And having effective time management charts can really help you to do the things that you say you're going to do. And so there's a spot for that. And then I love this. There's a calendar in here, to dream big, because it's your dreaming calendar. This is where you're going to write out every month all the things that you're going to do, your goals and your dreams that you say you're going to do, which leads me to the goals and dreams section of the journal. This is my favorite part, and I'm all about goals. I'm all about dreams and accomplishing big things, little things, all the things that you say you're going to do, all the things that you don't even know you can do yet, write them down. So there's weekly goals, monthly goals, and then your top 5 dreams that you will accomplish for this year. And then there's also a spot for notes. It's good to just journal. And it really helps the mind to just journal your thoughts. And so there's a spot for that. So this is 90 days of all these journal prompts. And after every 30 days, there's a spot for your goals and your dreams. Throughout the journal, like I talked about with the empty space, there's creative space throughout. Like I said, journaling is just so good for the mind. And after every 30 days, there is a spot for your monthly breakthroughs. So the things that you are accomplishing and what things can you do better. Another thing throughout this journal is I am statements. So I am worthy, I am brave. There's all these different, I am bold, because you are. You can do amazing things. And so I have purpose. Now, when you get to the back of the journal, I am loved. When you get to the very, very back, there's a spot for let your mind wander. So it's got a place for you to express yourself and your passions. I really felt led to put this in the back of the journal because a lot of people, when they go see a psychiatrist or they go see a therapist, they forget what they talked to them about. Let's say you're going through an episode and you need to talk to your psychiatrist, but you wrote it down in your phone notes, but your phone note got deleted somehow. There's a hardcover spot for you to put notes for your psychiatrist. So the last time visiting your doctor, sleeping trouble, mood changes, weight fluctuations, next psychiatry appointment, and then a spot for notes. And then the same for reminders for your therapist. Last time I saw my therapist, behavior change, social interactions, recent triggers, next therapy appointment. There's a spot for your contact page, so emergency contacts, if it's your mom or your dad or your brother or sister, specialists, so your primary care doctor, psychiatrist, therapist, and then your prescriptions. So there's a spot for stimulants, antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, anti-anxiety, injectable syringe, all these different things. And so this is just what the Bright Mentality Journal looks like on the inside. If you can't buy one right now, that's okay. I just walked you through the different journal prompts that are in there. So, write your own journal prompts down that will help you. And it's just a tool. These are sold on the brightmentality.com website. And so I really want to help as many people as possible with this journal. And it'd be great to get them into schools. I think these would be great in schools. Yeah, just to help as many people as possible. So if you feel led to, grab a journal your thoughts, make your mental health a priority, focus on your passions, and find your purpose. This is the Bright Mentality. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Bright Mentality podcast. I hope you have learned something today and feel inspired. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast, like it, share it, and listen to the next episode so that you too can have a bright mentality.